Okay, now that we have the differentials all made up, and we'll be moving on to still on page 7. We're going to go on to the steering and chassis build. Bag 2.1, 2.2, step 1. I already opened up the bags and I got the chassis laid out here, and we're going to go ahead and just put that together. Okay, now we got the chassis side guards and the steering post set in there. So we're gonna go ahead on to page 8 and get going on the little more steering. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with the front gearbox build. And page 9 here, we finished everything up to this point, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in, get started on that. I'll probably pause once we get to the portion where we start to add shims to one on either side, and try and get that to mesh up real nice and well. Okay, I got to the portion where we're going to start shimming the for the gear mesh, and I already took the time and done that to test out and see which was going to work out, how many shims, what sizes, what thickness. Anyhow, yeah, I found out the right one that shims up real nice, and the mesh is real good. It rolls with a nice little click, but not too heavy or anything like that. And it's definitely not too loose also, and with no side-to-side movement. So I'll show you. Went ahead and used 020 millimeter diff shim, and on the left side, on the ring side, with no shims on the right side. So, all right. Drops in there real nice. Just got to be careful getting those shims nice and clean in there. All right, and continue here. Yeah, got that good roll. Little click at one point, and but it's gonna be all right there. I like it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Then the side to side, it's really absolutely none. So just with the that one shim on the ring side. All right. All right, continuation on the front gearbox build, page 10. So yeah, here we are. I'm super excited, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, because we're on page 11. Once we finish this page and go off to page 12, I'll have the front assembly completed and attached to the rig, you know. So, all right, let's keep her going. I will tell you about a couple of things that I ran across. One thing in particular was I did not know where in the world there's a 3mm, 3x3mm set screw that you know was last left, and I didn't know where to put it, and actually found out that it goes right in here. I really don't know what purpose it serves. So if you all do, if anybody does out there, the true purpose, you know, or even what you think it does, give me a shout, you know, make a comment, you know, in the section down there. Anyhow, there's that. And also one thing I ran across was I'm used to, when I put the set screws down inside the 17mm hex drive, when I put the set screw down in there to hold the pin, you know, that's holding it down anyways. I'm used to really cranking it down with the, of course, with the blue Loctite. And I did that, and I felt the roll, it was just stiff, you know. I was looking around trying to figure it out what it was, and I came up with, if I backed it back out and redid it, instead of a heavy crank, I kind of went with a medium heavy crank, and hoping that the Loctite, the blue Loctite, will hold that pin in place and do well throughout the duration of its needs, my needs. Okay, and once I checked it again, I could let's see which side it was, but I could feel that it's actually rolling real nice, you know, where there was a bind before. I've seen on video some other guys that once they get to this point, and even when it's on the chassis, they grab a hex here and they roll it, and it actually spins a little more. But I'm just hoping this is going to be good and right. So anyhow, all right, those are the two major things that I came up with. Other than, you know, one thing, or the next thing is, and I might say it over and over again, is definitely be familiar with this. If it's your first time, second time, 20th time, and you know, I've missed a couple things, you know, through the different pages, had to go back, disassemble, just so that I could get good footage of the assembly process. So, you know, put some things backwards and this and that. Luckily, I truly haven't stripped anything, no plastics or anything like that. So definitely happy. We're gonna go on to the next portion, which would be really, let me get down to yeah, setting this front assembly onto the chassis, and then I'll pause at that time, do some some edits for you, and get that portion of the video out on YouTube. All right, peace. Thanks a lot. Alright, dun. We're all done up here to page 12. The end of the, oh Yeah, well, just the front assembly, basically. So one thing I'd forgotten to do was put in my front bumper, so we missed out on that, but I did get it in, and we're good and ready to go for the next steps, starting with the gearbox build. Yeah, it sure is a pretty beast, you know, pretty little thing, you know, and it's just looking forward to the rest of the build and getting out there and getting some playtime, you know? Y'all know what I mean. So anyhow, everything's looking good. She's a pretty one, ready to fly. I'm not ready, but getting there. Anyways, cleaned up my area, got a little messy, but it's gonna be ready for tomorrow. And but I'm gonna get this video out, trying to get it out tonight or tomorrow morning, so y'all can enjoy. And hopefully somebody gets to learn something. You know, we all started somewhere, and we're always learning, you know. So yeah, I want to praise the Lord and give him all the thanks and praise, you know. And this is all dedicated to him, and I'm sure I'm happy for the hobby, and thankful that I could share it with y'all. All right, and if y'all ain't never heard it before, I'd like to let you know one of my key phrases is get to know Jesus. And anyhow, God bless you all. Have a good day wherever you are, whatever time frame you're watching, and be well, and later.